because they deserve to know, Andre.
Hey, what more can viewers want than transparency from a tournament? I mean, that's probably one of the most important things, I think.
It's all about our viewers.
Just protecting our integrity, of course, because we are...
Andre, I would never question your integrity.
Thank you.
You're a man of high integrity.
I am.
And a man of high humility as well.
Yes. Why are you laughing at me?
No, I'm just laughing because of how serious you are, man.
Yes, I'm very serious. That's my epic voice.
In the top right. Or in the bottom left. We can go to the bottom left. Let's go to the bottom left, man. In the top right, we have from Team Evil Genius's raid call. It is Huck, Chris Langer, who's 4-0 in the North American Star League after beating the likes of Arthur and Rhett, and now has to face off one of his hardest opponents. And I have to be kind of honest, Huck still has another really hard opponent. He has yet to play Dongray Gu, and he even has to beat Hasselwabs, who beat him in Season 2. So we're waiting to see how Huck's season will end up, but he's off to a great start, halfway there. And so far he's looked untouchable, but this game is still it's still anyone's series. You can't ever count out Huck because he's very dramatic, man. Like last season, remember how he went down 2 games and just won 3 in a row against Gonzi?
Oh yeah, he doesn't care.
Yeah.
He just goes, man.
Doesn't even matter.
But in general, I feel like Huck is definitely one of those players that does require some sort of momentum in general. And even though he went down 0-2, he's an emotional player. And a lot of times emotional players work on those swings and work on those, that momentum. So being down 0-1, I do feel like it's going to be a lot tougher for Huck to actually get back into this. I mean, his 3-gate pressure really failed pretty awfully. And I don't know where he's actually going to take this in game number 2. He could potentially be tilted. I don't think he is, but he could potentially. And it's just working to the fact that, Huck is an emotional player. His account is called SAD. He's on North American server, and he's such a micro-intensive player. So all of this stuff can actually be critical in his gameplay. And that's why I have to just call that to attention a little bit. Very interesting play. I would actually say it's kind of off. Going this engineering bay isn't too standard because this Zealot is out. It's a punish
kind of fast Nexus that doesn't have a Zealot out,
yeah,
but he does have the
but he has a Zealot out, so it's like, ain't no thing. But a really nice job. Look at this.
Wow.
Polt actually dodging the Zealot every single time, and then just
this is nice, actually.
microing it so he can actually make the engineering bay. That's kind of cool.
This is very annoying for the Protoss player. Huck, his Nexus is stalled just a little bit, but I mean, Polt's just getting up his own economy as well. Now, how will Huck choose to follow up his aggression? Is he going to drop 2 more gates, go for Zealot Sentry again?
I don't think so. He's going to go double Assimilator Robo. I think that's the most standard thing you can do on this map.
This is Huck, though, man, we're talking about.
That's true.
Like, 1-gate Robo is so passive. Like, you're trying to anticipate something from your Terran opponent.
Yeah, that's true. So I
don't know, maybe. I'd like to see Huck try and change up that style.
And he is adding gateways. There you go, 3 gateway. The reason why I say it's probably going to be Robo is the fact that a lot of times you go 3-gate before Robo to be defensive, to make sure that you can defend against any potential like all-in, 4, 5, 6 barracks even. And oh my gosh,
he's adding more gates. He's
big
going to go at
all-in.
least to 5. Wow.
He stopped probes, and and he's saving up a lot of chrono boost. So this has a lot of capabilities, Frodan.
Yeah, we haven't seen like a 5-6 gate variation in quite some time. Although some people try to incorporate the different builds. It's interesting because it's even higher scale aggression than last game. We're talking about falling behind because you're not developing your tech or using your gas for anything concrete mid game. This is going to be heavy aggression, but I'm curious. I'm just gonna wait and see how much damage Huck can do. He's actually very deliberate with his gas, 2 on each geyser.
Second bunker is going down, but Polt is rather late relative to last game. Now think of the difference. It's because we're on Daybreak, and Daybreak features normally 1-gate Robo because of the positions. So a lot of times Polt will be like, well, I'm not really expecting some sort of gateway aggression, so I'm going to get this a little bit delayed. Of course, this could come to bite him in the end, but it looks like he will get the bunker down in time. So it's not a big deal here, but we'll see how effective this is going to be. I mean, Huck definitely has a lot more power behind this. This is 5-gate rather than 3-gate. That is 66% more production than
Yeah,
before.
he's going to be able to squeeze out a lot of zealots because he's focusing mainly on minerals. In fact, he's even stopped pro production at 27. This is a very, very precise build from Huck, trying to see if he can optimize all damage fronts. He's going to be warping in nonstop. And Polt, is he ready in position? He doesn't have any idea this is coming. Here comes the massive gateways as well. The SCVs don't get in position, or do they? A couple are flanking from the side as well.
Nicely done. Very nicely done. And these Zealots are actually taking most of the damage with Guardian Shield. It's so effective. Now, if he can get down both of the gateways, or both of the bunkers, that's going to be so critical. Now we need to back up, wait for the next warp in, and then go from there. But look at that, Polt being so aggressive with this. He has so many units, Frodan, and killing the sentries are good, but he wants to kill those stalkers.
Yeah, and this is actually just going to get better for Polt because he also has Stim on the dock, although he doesn't have the bunker up again just yet. He's protecting the ramp. Huck's trying to poke back up here, but he's not able to do anything, and Huck's economy is just so damage rate, or not damage, it's just so poor right now because he's only got 27 pros. He still has to make this work.
Wow, this is the power of actually getting Marauders in early game stages. You can see how much they actually tank and how much damage they do. Huck needs to back up from here and just reestablish himself, because going into this position is folly, man. You are going to die every single time with a bunker there and a ton of DPSing units behind there. It's almost impossible to actually break that. And again, we see follow-up barracks. I love this. I would even I would love 7 barracks, actually. Go Tasia style, just all-out aggression, knowing that your opponent's just so far behind in tech. Really force them to go more gateway units to delay that tech even more.
It's so interesting because Polt doesn't put his add-ons into his barracks until much later, and he uses that extra gas to squeeze out a couple Marauders. That way he doesn't sacrifice his medevac timing as deeply. Huck trying to move out here and still try to see if he can catch time. There's only one bunker. Does he really want to do this? A mass
No Guardian Shield.
But no Guardian Shield.
Oh gosh, he puts him up both too late, and there's just way too many units here, Frodan. That's going to be a GG, and Polt takes it 2-0.
And Polt goes up 5-0, but
wow.
I think Huck was trying to go for early aggression, really heavy early aggression, and I feel like if I have to venture a guess, it's because on the Korea server, he could try to do a lot more different pokey kind of things, but he felt like he was trying to go for like builds that would get him an easy win if it would work against someone like Polt, because he is playing on the NA server. Huck, pretty vocal about his ability to play cross server.
That's right, and wow, it's unfortunate. I feel like Huck, obviously Huck did 2 really early game aggressive builds, but they just didn't work out, and it feels like we didn't really get to see the powers of Huck come to fruition just because of maybe server change.
Yeah, and overall, I think Polt his build is just so smart, I think, to be able to squeeze out Marauders and still get medevacs at a reasonable time, maybe about 20, 30 seconds late. But in the end, Polt's the one who takes it 2-0, and now 5-0. Who's going to take out this guy, man? He's already played Donrigu. He's already beat Huck, 2 of his highest competitions in this division. And it's frightening because Polt is on a tear.
That's right, and everybody has like a ton of losses, at least 2 losses other than Huck. So to beat the other front runner, that really solidifies Polt's position in the division.
So I guess we'll be seeing Polt in the playoffs, guys. Well, it's too early to say, but it is Week 6. Division stories are starting to really wrap up, and lots of cool things are seeing within Division. We'll talk more about that when we come back. We want to thank Cooler Master. Special thanks to them, the game makers of game peripherals and keyboards and mice. Go to coolermaster-usa.com. When we come back, like we said, division wrap-up, announcements, all kinds of things, and maybe even talk about our predictions at best. We'll all that and more when we return, so don't go too far. NASL will conclude right after this.